Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the home mentoring session of the accountancy. Myself, C.S.K. Khanna from the SD Vidya School, Ambala, Kent. Dear students, we were continuing the topic of subsidiary books, and under that topic, we had learned how to prepare the various subsidiary books, including purchase book, sales book, purchase return or return outward book, sales return or return inwards book. While preparing those books, you had noticed that they are having the common principles for the preparation of those books. And it is very easy to prepare those books. And the principles was very simple. First principle was there that these books will record only the credit transaction, which means that those transactions which are of non-cash, they record only those transactions. Second principle was there that these books will record only those items transactions in which the business is a regular dealer. That means that if you are preparing the sales book of a stationer, so this sales book of stationers will contain only those transactions which are relating to the sales of stationery item. If there is sale of any other item, that will not be recorded in the sales book of that stationer. And third very important principle was there that if there is any trade discount, that trade discount will also be subtracted. And if there is any GST or if there is any freight carriage or any type of the cartage is paid, that should also be shown in those different subsidiary books. Now, we also know that how to prepare the simple cash book, two-column cash book, and the petty cash book. Dear students, note it down that apart from these different books, we also prepare a very important subsidiary book which is known as the journal proper. Now, why journal proper is prepared, that we will understand now. See that the nature of the different type of the transactions is different. For example, some transactions are cash related transactions, some transactions are bank related transactions, some transactions involve the very small amount of cash, some transactions involve the credit transactions, some transactions involve some peculiar type of the items. So as per the nature of the transaction is different, we will separate them and show them in the different books so that the consistency and the transparency can be maintained and the accounting work becomes very easy. So consideration to this, we know that all the cash related and bank related transactions, they are shown in the simple cash book or two-column cash book or in the petty cash book. Likewise, as just I share with you, all the credit item transactions in which the business is a dealer, they will be shown in the subsidiary books relating to the purchase, sales, purchase return, sales return book. Now, apart from that, some other transactions being left out. Now, question arises where they should be recorded. Now, all those transactions which been left out, they should be recorded in a separate book known as the journal proper. Now, if we delete the word proper from the title journal proper, what it left out? It left out only journal. What it means? That here the transactions are recorded in the form of journal entries. Now, why it is called the journal proper? Because all the different transactions, they which are not recorded in the other books, they are properly recorded in this by way of a journal entry. So it is known as the journal proper. Journal proper means a type of the book which is called as a accounting book where the transactions are recorded in the form or as a journal entry. Now a very relevant question arises that which type of the transactions are recorded here. This we recorded in the form of journal entries. Now very common principle keep in mind that all the transactions which does not find place in any of the other book, they should be recorded here. For example, journal proper record opening entry, closing entry, transfer entry, adjustment entry, basically simply that the transactions which does not find place in any of the other book, they should be recorded in the journal proper. Now how they should be recorded? Again, in the way of journal entries, these transactions should be recorded. Now while recording these transactions, just you have to keep in mind that the proper journal format is to be drafted and transactions are recorded with reference to the journal entries. While journalizing this, you please write the narration also, because narration is the part of the journal entry. If you write this, it will convey that the entry is done for what transactions, and it will be easy for you to understand how the transactions being recorded. In my next video, I would continue with the numerical problems from your book, from the exercise relating to the preparation of journal proper.